laptops and dorm essentials all in one place? New Walmart could level up your dorm like this. With thousands of options on Walmart app at unbelievably low prices, now my dorm is more than chill. It's a whole lot. Who knew?
Rich Rising. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for liking the live, River. I love that name. That is so cute. River. That is so cute. You're welcome. Thank you for the rose and the heart puff. I appreciate it. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, it's a calm day today. I'm not always calming. But as of right now, the energy is definitely called to do so. So thank you, Amazon. Welcome in, y'all. I'm gonna allow some time for people to flow on in, and then we'll get into the channeled messages and the guidance message. Some of you could be trying to make things fit in areas that is not meant to fit in, okay? You could be making yourself fit in spaces that you're not meant to fit in, okay? So you may be trying to kind of force something to fit. And you're being shown here that you're not meant to fit in those spaces, okay? Meant to fit in those places, spaces, whatever it is. Friend groups, family groups, whatever it is. Thank you, Leah. But yeah, so some of you just are needing to go with the flow at this time, because some things are not fitting for a particular reason, okay? Someone drives a red SUV. I'm also hearing Dodge Durango. Someone's been seeing frogs lately, or you have like this thing for frogs. You like frogs. And I'm seeing lily pads also. This could also be a significant of taking a leap. So some of you may just need to take a leap at this time, okay? Yeah, because what I'm picking up on also is some of you may be in a space to where you are, like I said, trying to fit yourself into places that you are not necessarily meant to be fit in. And so it's like you're trying to fit yourself in this space over here, but Spirit wants you to take a leap over here, okay? So it's like you're feeling the sense of not feeling fit in, you know, feeling left out or feeling like you don't necessarily fit in this space over here. But there's this other space that's over here that's waiting for you to take a leap, okay? Leapfrog can be significant. So early childhood learning can be significant, or childhood trauma can be significant also as well. I was picking up on mother wounds also here on my channel downloads here. So we'll get into that here shortly. Welcome in, y'all. I won't be doing any live readings right now. I may come back on here and do some live readings later. Probably not though. I have a dentist appointment today, so my mouth is not going to really be, you know, it's going to be kind of in pain a little bit. So, yeah, those mother wounds definitely do hit. So if you do want a personal reading, I do have a special right now on my page for the rest of July. There is 10 slots available at this time. It is $33.33 for a personal. Link is in the bio to book. All right, what else here, Spirit? So yeah, so some of you may just need to be taking a leap in a different direction. You may be afraid of this direction that you are wanting to go towards, or that you're being guided to go towards. But that's the whole point of having faith in the unknown at this time, okay? It's not supposed to feel as if it feels familiar to your soul, but on the physical, it doesn't necessarily feel familiar. Because it's not something that you may usually jump towards, okay? So some of you may just be in a space to where you always keep yourself comfortable, you know, keep yourself in a comfort zone, you know, don't necessarily step outside of the box, and you're being directed to step outside of the box at this time. There's a lot of reflection that's going on also is what I'm picking up. So a lot of questions that may be pondering in your mind space, in your mental space. So there's a lot of things that you've been thinking about lately heavily, okay? Some of you also could be asking people certain questions, you know, and it's just not aligning with the advice that you're seeking for. It's because you're asking the wrong people. These people don't necessarily understand your thought process. They don't have the capacity to understand it. There is a message that I recently posted on my page that may resonate with you. It's rescue that I just posted. So that message may resonate with you if you've been seeing 333, 444, 555, and 111. Some of you are letting a lot of your fears get in the way from your success, okay? Or this new timeline that that you're being guided to step into. Spirit doesn't want you to be afraid of it. And also you may realize that it wasn't so bad after all. because this is kind of similar also to what I was picking up on with that rescue energy of someone who feels like they're drowning, but they're in the shallow area. So it's like you're not necessarily drowning because you literally can just stand right on up. So it's like you just taking a step, and you'll realize that it wasn't so bad after all. So it's like before you take a step, or you feel like you're really heavily wanting to take this step, and you may kind of push it back the next day, push it back the next month, keep pushing it back, keep pushing it back. But once you actually take this step, because you've been pondering on it for so long, the reason why you are afraid of it is because you've been overthinking it. You've been overthinking the process of taking a step. And then when you sit here and you sit with yourself and you ask for the answer again, you keep getting the same answer. So, some of you are getting the same answer, and then, when you overthink it, you're getting an answer that contradicts that answer, and then you go into this whole loop again of overthinking. And the reason why you're going into that loop is because you're psyching yourself out, you're scaring yourself. So that version of you that still lives within you, that is afraid of taking next steps, that is afraid of being abandoned, that is afraid of the unknown, that is, being very fearful, it's still sitting in you. Okay. Just because you are working on yourself doesn't mean that certain patterns that you are, your brain is used to, or certain things that you're used to is just going to go away. So it takes time for you to build that muscle. It's like muscle memory. Gratitude, Spirit. Someone starts to bite their nails. Like you bite your nails, like I'm seeing someone like biting their nails, and you bite your nails at a particular time when you're really anxious. Some of you may have felt as if you're not really sure. I'm picking up on a masculine right now. You may feel as if you're not really sure that, what anxiety is, or, you felt as if you didn't necessarily have anxiety. But you do have some moments of anxiety to where you are biting your nails at certain time points. You feel like a rush of energy, and then you feel depleted, and then a rush of energy, and then you feel depleted also. It doesn't have to be a masculine, but I'm particularly seeing a masculine bite on their nails. And Spirit keeps bringing up to me, somebody keeps asking for answers. So it's like someone keeps asking for answers, but you're asking the same question over and over. You're asking for answers that you already know. And then you get to being very overwhelmed. There's a need for you just to surrender at this time. The more you continue to go against it, the harder it's going to get for your journey. So just don't go against it at this time. Rich Rising.
Single family homes, townhomes, all of it. Not to mention 3D virtual tours.
Well, not to speak out of turn, but don't you do that every day?
Yes. Which day happens daily. What's your point?
Thanks for the likes, y'all. Hi. How's it going? All right, let's pick up on these channel messages that I was getting here for the collective. We all be guilty as charged. Okay, so what I was picking up on for the collective energy here, someone drives a blue Malibu car. Egypt past life is significant, so some things about Egypt can be coming up right now at this time. That could be another reason why you're encountering me also. So if you have had a past life in Egypt, that can be another reason why you're encountering me at this time. Royalty also in a past life, so some of you may have been royalty, of high honor in a past life. at one point. You could be, you could want like the riches, the rags and the riches within this lifetime. Okay, so you may feel as if you may have experienced poverty in this lifetime, and you may feel like you are not meant to have poverty. Like you feel like you're meant to have the riches. So some of you could have been very materialistic within this lifetime. And it's not necessarily you feeling like you are above anyone. It's just that you had a royal past life for someone in here. You had a royal past life, so it's like it's carrying on into this lifetime to where you know that you deserve more than what you have been, that you're receiving in this lifetime. But what it could have been also in a past life, you may not have appreciated those those riches. Okay, I'm picking up on someone may have had like some sort of servants or so, or you was very egotistical in a past life when you had this money or this royalty or this status or whatever it is. So in this lifetime, it was showing you a lesson of, being in poverty and moving into the riches. Okay. So it's like appreciating the little things in life, because what I was picking up on also earlier today was, The Power of Less. It's a book that I've already read. And for some reason I was getting, someone asking me in my head, just, what is a book that I would recommend? And so this could be channeling for someone. Someone could be looking for a book to, right now, to read. And The Power of Less is a good book to start with. Okay. What that book teaches you is pretty much, as it says, the power of less. Okay. So, you may be in a space to where, you're not necessarily appreciating the little things in life, or it just gives you a different perspective of appreciating the little things in life. Okay, so more gratitude, or also it shows you how to, it kind of gives you a map to starting things. Okay, so you may have maybe in a space to where you start things, you stop things, you start things, you stop things, and it's because you get overwhelmed by all the things that you have to do. And by just doing one thing one day at a time, it helps with the long run. Sometimes we like to start something and go head first in and feel as if that we feel accomplished because we went head first. But when you are taking things one little bitty step at a time, it builds up this momentum. Okay. Just something personal for me. There's some things, and this is also a message that may resonate because I just posted this message also. So a lot of the messages that I've been putting out recently for this past full moon may resonate for those that are on this live. But, sometimes we like to beat ourselves up with the progress that we, take. Okay. And sometimes some things is only meant to be a example or a little bit of a taste tester. So, when people get married and they go and try to find a cake, so they're searching for different vendors or searching for different bakeries, and they go and they get a little taste test, see what the cake might taste like, like a trial run. Okay. So you get a trial run to see what that may feel like, what it may taste like, what it may seem like. And it's like, okay, you got that little 30 days, to decide whether you want to go ahead and go with the initial thing or not. That's pretty much what your soul is doing. And that's the message that I had put out recently also. It's pretty much what your soul fragment is doing. Your soul is giving you little things at once. Okay. Divine source is giving you little things at once for you to taste. Do you like this? Do you like this? It's like these little choices is lining up. Okay. Do you like this? And in the meantime, while divine is bringing you these choices, is bringing you these little crumbs, these little pieces of these little fragments of your soul, the enemy, or however you want to project it, or your shadow self is also bringing you fear. Okay, so in the midst you're having fear coming out, and then you're also having these new fragments. So it's like you're in the middle. It's like you're playing tug of war. It's like you're tussling between the two. Like, what do I do? I'm getting this fearful mindset over here, and I'm also getting this this other thing that is feeling really good. Like I want to lean towards this, but this is making me feel fearful to go towards it. So right now, it's just to take time to go towards the things that you really feel as if your heart is being called to go towards. Okay. at this time. So yeah, so what I was picking up on also is dreams as well. So some of you could be having some weird, wild dreams. You're not necessarily sure, what's going on in your dreams. So Spirit wants you to write those dreams down. They may not make sense right now at this time, but in a year later, in 6 months later, in 3 months later, 2 weeks, it'll make sense, okay? Automatically your spirit does things to where if you start opening yourself up to your soul, it will start leading you to things that you have no idea that you would even be in that space. So it's like, for instance, I will randomly just go and pick up a journal that I journaled back in 2020, okay? And I'm just like, instantly just my mind is like, go pick up that journal that that in 2020. And then so I'll just randomly open it, and then it'll literally be something that is resonating at this time right now in the present moment. So you never know what your spirit is leading you to do, okay? So just always trust in your intuition. You just may be really being guided, okay? And just follow that guidance. Sometimes, if you are in a space to where you don't necessarily trust your guidance, you don't necessarily trust your intuition, because the things outside have made us so used to not trusting our inner knowing and trusting the outside and whoever else, don't beat yourself up for that also, because sometimes you're just going to make a mistake, and you'll realize over time, okay, that wasn't my intuition, that was just the impulsive part of me. All right. Bone Thugs and Harmony, the Crossroads song is significant. So you can be hearing Crossroads, that song by Bone Thugs and Harmony. Could have came on the radio recently or will be coming on the radio recently. This song is significant of crossroads of what I was picking up on was ancestors, okay? Or this could be just your spiritual team, or this is just the other side, okay? So this is the spiritual side, the ones that you can't see. Someone is also picking up on a family member that has passed away that they feel very heavy presence of. You may think about them a lot. You have a lot of memories that's coming up. I'm seeing them standing right next to you. Okay. So someone has like a sibling, a mother, a father, a grandmother, or a guide that literally stands right next to you, okay? Everywhere you go, they're just right there. So sometimes you can kind of feel like a breeze or like a heat sensation, or you might just get these random memories of, I'm hearing when you used to play with them, okay? So this could be like a sibling, but you could get these random memories of, you joking with this person, laughing with this person, just these random memories that pop up, and they're sending you these memories to let you know that they're right there with you, okay? That was very emotional for somebody. Eggs, toast, and strawberries and orange juice. What I was picking up earlier, I was seeing somebody sitting at their table. They can be watching me now because that's what I'm picking up on. But someone is sitting at their table and they've been eating kind of the same breakfast over and over. So it's like eggs, toast, and strawberries with a little bit of orange juice. Okay. And then also what I was picking up on was the mother wound, okay? This mother wound, so some people you may encounter people that have like this mothering energy. That can also be another reason why you are, attracted to me right now at this time, is that mother wound. So some of you miss that lack of compassion, okay, that compassionate energy towards you. Sometimes you may run away from people that have a compassion, towards you, that, share this sort of mothering energy towards you. So they're very compassionate towards you. And you may kind of run away from this because it's kind of like, I want to be here, but I don't want to be here because it feels a little bit scary, as if they're going to abandon you. Okay. So some of you could have wounds surrounding that with the mother. You could have felt very safe at one point in time, with your mother, and then, it felt as if she abandoned you also. Okay. This could have been also from having multiple children with your mom. So some of you could have grown up in a big family. You have multiple siblings to where your mom couldn't give you. You could also be the oldest sibling also. So your mom probably couldn't give you as much love as, she wanted to, because there was other children that was involved that she had to take care of. This could be a single mom also. And then also the song that I'm picking up on was Push It by Naomi Sharon also. A macchiato, caramel macchiato could be significant. Confirmation, excuse me. Yeah, crown chakra is really significant. Okay. Give me just a moment. Spirit wants me to go ahead and grab my amethyst to channel more messages here, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. The color purple can be very significant at this time. Like I said, that crown chakra energy. So there's a lot of crown activity. A lot of things going on within the mental space here. Okay. So there's a need for you can also get on like YouTube and type in crown chakra meditations. Yeah, confirmation. But there's a need for you to just calm the mind down, okay, so that you can make sure that you're getting the right answers at this time. Someone's wearing a green shirt today. I know I be overthinking a lot too, but when you really do sit back and analyze your thoughts, it's easier to start navigating what you believe is true and what you believe is not true within your mind. So, yes. That can be significant. There can be people that are really asking you, like questioning your, I'm hearing questioning your worth, or questioning the things that you are doing, questioning the things that you are moving through at this time. So some people have maybe a lot of questions, like some people may just be asking you why, all of a sudden you may be changing this way, or why all of a sudden you believe in these things. And you could have always just believed in these things, but you didn't necessarily share with other people. You didn't want to share the thoughts that you had because you knew that these people would judge you. And so Spirit is showing you exactly the time of people judging you. So it's like I already knew it. Like it's so that's where your intuition is kicking in. So your intuition is heightening because you are catching yourself saying, I already knew this was going to happen, or I already knew, confirmation. I already knew that this was going to be said about me. I already knew you was going to judge me. I already knew. That's why I kept myself quiet. That's why I never talked to you about whatever it is that you may have talked to about with these people. And then these people could be like, well, I'm just trying to understand you. I'm just trying to understand you. Some of these people are not really trying to understand you. Okay. Some of these people just may be feeling the loss of you kind of pulling away and pulling back. Usually sometimes when people feel that you're pulling back or pulling away from them energetically, they can feel that. So they may come off a little bit more clingy because they can feel you pulling back. Okay. You can be someone who's very compassionate in their life. So you may be someone who provides a lot. You may be someone who provides a lot of stability. You may be someone who also provides a lot of advisement to people. They just always come to you. So you can be someone who they always come to you for. Okay. So I'm hearing the strong friend. I'm hearing the strong friend, strong family member, the strong one. Okay. I just lit this dragon's blood and it just kind of went out quick. So someone could be trying to kind of like blow your spark out, like your fire. You have this could be a fire sign. You have a fiery energy to you, or you have fire in your chart, or you could be moving in the energy of fire. So you may not be an actual fire sign. But I'm hearing Aries energy. So you could just be in Aries energy. You could be in the space to where you are moving. You have movement going on right now. And so when people get to see in that movement, it's like, I want to be a piece of that movement. And so it's like, you may have had people that have always been a piece of your movement. You may have always told people, your plans and desires. Yeah, I'm going to start doing this next week, or I'm going to start making this move. And, now you're just kind of being quiet because you've been being guided to be quiet at this time. Be quiet. Don't tell people your moves. Don't tell people what you're doing. And so these people may be trying to be very nosy, trying to figure out, why aren't you telling me your moves? You used to always tell me the things that you were doing, and they may just not like the fact that you're being quiet. Someone's going to get a message from somebody, and particularly today. This can be something that may test your patience. I'm hearing like around 12 o'clock. Someone may be having a message like around 12 o'clock noontime-ish. I'm also picking up on this weekend. So this weekend could be very significant. Someone may need to take their kids to the park. You may be getting kind of nudges to go to the park. Your kid might be saying they want to go to the park, but I'm seeing a kid on a swing. And what I'm hearing also is to be active during this time. So, when you take your kid to the park, just go ahead and play with them also. This is something that is going to help heal your inner child, because I'm seeing someone swinging. So go sit on the swings with your kid. This is something that's going to open up your heart space. I'm also hearing a child saying something very sentimental. They may kind of have you teary-eyed today, or some significant day that you actually go ahead and go on this park adventure. This could be a child that likes to kind of compliment you also a lot. They pay attention to you very strongly. They're very, very attentive. They watch you. Sometimes you may not pick up on this, but you may pick up also that you may see it as your child's very nosy. This child is there to is there to heal your inner child, for one, and for two is here to send some sort of unconditional love. You could have been in a very dark place before you got pregnant at one point in time, and this is what divine sent you, was a child that was very attentive to you. This could be a child that's a water sign. I'm hearing Pisces and significant. Pisces and Scorpio. This may be a little boy. Okay. Let's see here. What's going on? Yeah. This is the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. This is home, okay? This is something that's dealing with the home. This is family business here. Yeah, this is something that has to do with your stability, your home right now at this time. So this has something to do with getting your foundation in order, getting your home in order at this time, okay? Some of you could also be looking for love, but love is going to find you, okay? I'm particularly talking to a single mother here, okay? You could be running into a lot of people that are not necessarily where you kind of want them to be, in a sense, with these people. And Spirit is sending in the wrong people on purpose, okay? And because I'm hearing somebody say, I give up on love, justice, okay? Yeah. So it's Libra energy also. So because what I'm picking up on is I'm hearing someone say, I give up on love, I'm tired of this or whatever. Yeah, Ten of Wands, okay? So you're tired of pushing through, tired of these issues, these cycles with these same people. And that's because Spirit is showing you to go a different direction. What I was picking up on earlier in going a different direction of uncomfortability, and taking a leap. This has everything to do with you building your foundation, okay? So there may be some unbalanced things within the home at this time, and you could have been single for some time, or this is just you feeling like you just, hermit, all right? So you may be at a stalemate at this time. You may be at a stalemate at this time, okay? You're not really sure which way to go, but this is why Spirit is bringing you into this hermit mode, all right? Virgo season can be very significant, or Virgo can be significant, but you're in a space to where Spirit wants you to go within, okay? That's the reason why you're being cut from these love situations, okay? Don't let all these messages surrounding love get you carried into love, because sometimes those can be distractions for people as well. Not everybody's going to be receiving a divine union at this time, because some are meant to still be going, some are meant to still be going in these new cycles, okay, these new patterns, okay? So it's meant for you to go within at this time so that you can start attracting the things that you're supposed to attract at this time. So cut down, I'm hearing cut down on watching the love messages, okay? Because for some of you, it can be leaving you feeling like you are not good enough. It can be feeling like you are waiting for something, and like as if you don't have a cup, like you don't have a person that's particularly for you, because in a sense what Spirit is teaching you is you're kind of chasing the thrill of love. So don't chase the thrill of love. Let love come to you at this time. Let love come to you, all right? Let love come to you at this time. Someone can be a Leo. I'm picking up on someone saying that they know that, but they don't want to hear that. So it's something to where you don't necessarily want to hear that, but it's kind of something that you actually need to hear. What else here, Spirit, with this energy? Thanks for the likes, y'all. What else here with this energy, Spirit? So what I was speaking up on earlier is this gate of opportunities, all right? This gate of opportunities is that take that leap of faith that you're needing to take, okay, towards a different direction, towards you and your manifestations, the things that you truly want, the things that you truly desire within you going forward at this time, okay? And then this one step at a time, okay? So this is a slow climb. So like I said, someone may be rushing into things or feeling like they need to rush into something, but this is something that's going to take some time, all right? One step at a time here. Monk energy is what this is picking up on. So a lot of within, like I said, that hermit mode energy, so going within and walking unscathed and then also protected. So like I said, there is some significant spirit guide, ancestor, whoever it is that sits right here, and they're on your right side, okay? So they have you right here. They're very protective over you, okay? This is why they keep sending you little things to pay attention to, your intuition heightened. You keep hearing these little whispers, and sometimes you ignore these whispers because you get too ahead of yourself. So don't ignore those little whispers, because those little whispers are heading you into a different direction. They're very quiet, okay? So this is a reason why you got to quiet your mind, because when it comes to your guidance, they're very soft, they're very gentle. So if you're not really, and so is your intuition, it's very soft, it's very gentle. So pay attention to those intrusive thoughts and also the thoughts that are kind of just whispering to you, okay? I am doing reading special for 3333. The link is in the bio for a personal. I may come back on here. Well, actually, no, I wasn't going to come back on here later because I have a dental appointment. So I won't be doing any live readings. So if you do want a personal, link is in the bio. One more from here, Spirit. Yeah. Answers unfold. Like I said, someone's like so much is going on within the mental space. Like I said, very much crown chakra energy. A lot of cleansing is coming out because there's a lot of, I relit this dragon's blood. So you see how there's so much smoke that's coming out. Okay. So there is a lot of things that may have been being released that needs to be released within your mind. There could have been a lot of just cloudiness, a lot of stuck energy that's been up in here. So, there's a need for that energy to be cleansed and released so that you can have these answers unfold. And then we have make a change also, okay? So there's a need for these changes to be made so that you can move in the right direction that you want to move into, because you have all these opportunities, and know that you are protected in this energy here as well, okay? Some of you may be fear of failure. But without failure is there is no success, okay? So you can't always have all the answers. You can't always be get it right the first time all the time. There's a reason why we go through these trials and tribulations and mistakes, to learn a lesson, to know that, okay, this is not the path that I need to take anymore. All right. Get a couple quick soul messages here. Yeah, I'm hearing short and sweet. So, and so you may be, so like I said, there's somebody that I keep picking up on that keeps asking for answers. And these answers may be just kind of short and sweet. Like you keep picking up on answers that are the same thing over and over. And I think you're going to get into a space to where you're understanding, like, okay, I know why I'm getting these answers very short and sweet. Why, they keep, repeating this answer to me is because you already know. Okay. So what they're doing is trying to get you to rely on your intuition, your spirit team, your guidance, whatever it is. They're trying to get you to rely on your intuition and not necessarily relying on, the guidance from someone all the time. Okay. So sing like the birds, not worrying about what others think. I'm gonna repeat that again. Sing like the birds, not worrying about what others think. What did I just say? Be yourself, share your heart, speak your truth, okay? Come on, Spirit. One more. Yeah, I love music. Music is like my heart and soul. And look at this too. Look at this music here. Okay. This is music energy. All right. So you could be getting, messages through the songs. I get messages through the songs also. So very much clairaudient energy. Okay. Intuitive thoughts, intuitive messages that come through music. Okay. Music can help calm your soul. It can help calm you down. You may have a very big connection also to that music. Love is the bridge between you and everything. Connection, oneness, finding your way forward. Okay. So this is all about you connecting yourself with connecting you with yourself and connecting yourself with Divine Mother. Okay. And Divine Mother is divine universe. All right. Divine, co-creation. All right, so you're connecting yourself with the realms, connecting yourself with the earth, all right? Connecting yourself with your soul at this time, connecting yourself with your soul tribe at this time, all right? And what is planted in your soul will sprout, okay? Plant seeds, dedication, your work is rewarded. T. Okay. All right. Very short and sweet today. I'm going to go ahead and leave y'all with a soul truth message here for self-awareness here. Okay. So this will be what you'll need to reflect on whenever you have time. Get you a journal, get in your iPhone notes, whatever it is, but ask yourself this question that I'm going to go ahead and pull from your soul's message here, and really reflect on this question for yourself. And what I'm picking up on also is that will bring other answers within the next 2 weeks. Okay, so pay attention to your thoughts within the next 2 weeks. Pay attention to what you're being guided to do within the next 2 weeks. Even if it's just some random things, just go ahead and do it. Just do it. Okay. Am I apologizing for my truth? Okay. So what I was picking up on earlier, like I was saying, there was someone there's people that are questioning you in your thought process, questioning you in your direction, questioning you in the things that you're wanting to do now, just questioning a lot of things that you are changing and this could have been, like I said, you the whole time, but you have people that are judging you to where you never wanted to express yourself for who you was. Okay. So are you apologizing for who you are? Are you apologizing for your truth at this time? Are you apologizing for what your soul is calling you to do? Okay. People pleasing. So yeah. So some of you may be very, a big people pleaser. You like to please people. You like to do things that other people want you to do. You like to always seek out their answers more than the internal guidance that you're being guided to get. So big on this people pleasing energy. Okay. So ask yourself, take some time to yourself, write down, why am I people pleasing? Why do I continue to, people please someone else more than pleasing my own desires in life? Okay. This bird is really significant. Spirit is really speaking right now. So am I apologizing for my truth? Today's mantra also is courage is contagious. What part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Okay? There was a point in time to where I was afraid to And this could be dealing with the sacral chakra, okay? Shame and guilt. You feel guilty or you feel shameful for the things that you may have done in the past, or the things that you may still kind of be trying to break out of a pattern. You may be stuck in a loop and you're afraid to, acknowledge the fact that you are stuck in a loop. You may be afraid to acknowledge the fact that you have abandonment wounds. You may be afraid to acknowledge the fact that you may be fearful and moving forward. You may be afraid to acknowledge the fact that you're afraid of the unknown. Okay, so pay attention to the things that you are afraid of. And why are you afraid of those things? Why do you have to continue to be afraid of those things? Why do you feel as if you need to apologize to other people, or apologize because you are afraid of those things? So we all have fears. We all are afraid of things. We're all technically afraid of the unknown. We like to be comfortable, but being uncomfortable takes you out of that box. It makes you go into a different level of self-awareness, a different level of self-discovery. All right, so don't apologize for the things that you truly desire, the things that you truly want to do. Be unapologetic. Okay, so if you are resonating with this message, type in the chat that you will be unapologetic. Okay, be unapologetic at this time. Am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? Okay. So this goes hand in hand with you apologizing for, the things that you are afraid of losing, the things that you are afraid of, what you might gain. Sometimes you're afraid of the things that sometimes you may feel as if you're not even ready for the things that spirit is ready to bring you. But just always know that divine source, God, is always going to bring you things that you are ready for. So, sometimes we feel as if we're not even ready, but spirit is literally telling you, yeah, you're ready. You just need to step into it. You just need to believe yourself. You just need to have the confidence. So like I said, we are just psyching ourselves up for the things that, we don't think that we're ready for, but you're truly ready for. And then also, don't hold on to things as you're losing these things. They're not necessarily you're not necessarily losing things. You're just shedding the layers. When a snake and we are in the year 9 also, okay, so that's Kundalini energy, very much shedding energy, very much letting go of things. When you continue to hold on, it's like a hoarder. You're hoarding energy. When you hoard onto things, you're hoarding onto the baggage. And so some of you could have back problems. You feel like that upper back issue. Your shoulders might kind of hurt a little bit, and it's because you're weighing so much energy. It's just things sitting on top. You just keep on letting baggage sit here, and you're just not letting it go. You may be afraid to also release and cry as well, but that is pulling out that energy, that stagnant energy that is within you. Okay, so don't be afraid to lose certain things. All right, there was something that when those fires that was happening in California, Janae Aiko, when she lost everything, she lost her home and things like that. She made a message also about, letting things go, not being attached to the materialistic things. What I was picking up on earlier was that past life. Okay, so like I said, you may be experiencing in this life that you had past life royalty, you're experiencing poverty, and you will go towards the success and the riches in this life. But it's the thought or the amount of appreciating things, when things are needed to be let go of, appreciating things when they are being brought into your life at this time. Okay, so don't focus too much on what you're losing. Don't focus too much on what you're going to gain from something. Be in the present moment. Be appreciative of everything that you are receiving at this time. Okay. And another thing with that is, the things that you made that may be ushered out your life, whether this is family members, friendships, you don't have to be so angry about it. Okay. Like it is angry, it does make you angry, and you can still appreciate that emotion. It does make you frustrated, like why does things have to be this way? Hold on. I gotta do a puzzle. Yeah, so it may be frustrating, that certain things that are being let and fallen off within your life. It may be frustrating at this time. You may feel some type of way. Some of you may also want to seek some sort of revenge, or feel as if you can't wait for karma to hit this person. But release that energy also as well, because we all go through patterns, we all go through lessons, and there's no need to hold on and harbor onto that energy or worry about when somebody else's karma is going to hit them. At the end of the day, it's going to hit when it's going to hit. And what if it was easy? What if it was easy? What if all this that you are focused on so much within your mind, to where you're overthinking all this energy here? What if spirit told you it was easy? What, because a lot of people, even including myself, it's too hard to do this. It's hard. I know it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Okay. And what I always tell people to do is stop saying it's hard. Say it's challenging. Change the word hard into challenging. It's because you technically still got a little bit of hard in there, but it's like, okay, it's challenging, but I can be up for a challenge. All right. If you're resonating with this message, type in the chat, I am up for challenges. All right. I am up for challenges. What if it was easy? All right. So allow things to flow. Allow things to be easy at this time. All right. Don't overthink it. Like I said, that leapfrog energy, stepping into that energy, to where you feel as if you are afraid to step into that unknown. Step into that unknown. Okay. You may see something on the other side to where it's like, oh, it wasn't even that bad. I was over here thinking, I was over here in my head so much. I was over here having panic attacks, and it's just not even that bad, for real, to be honest. Okay. So you guys' homework today is, why am I apologizing for my truth? All right. Screenshot. What if it was easy? All right. Screenshot. What you'll write down is, what are the things that are challenging me at this time? What are the things that I am afraid of at this time? And then when you write that down, why am I afraid of this? Okay. And then after you've figured out why am I afraid of this, then you go on to the next step and say, what is one small step that I can move forward towards to conquer this? Okay. To challenge myself with this fear. All right. Am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? All right. So this is where you will screenshot. So this is where, with this, am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? This is where you'll pretty much, all when we was in grade school and, middle school, we would have those little charts, those little, graphs. So on one side, you'll want to put, technically, what are you losing? On what side, what are you gaining? So for instance, say you are losing fake friends, okay, or losing family members that are unhealthy, in a sense. You're not necessarily losing them. It's just that you're gaining, more awareness of where you're going. Okay. You're going to be gaining your soul family. You're going to be gaining new friends, new energy, people that pour into you instead of taking all the time. Okay. So write those things out, take some time. And spirit is emphasizing on this. So, we can hear someone someone telling us to do something, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then you end up procrastinating and not doing it. So this is why spirit is emphasizing on do it. Okay. Some of you may be sitting here playing around with doing stuff that that you're supposed to be doing. And that's why spirit is like, tell them again. All right. So yeah, make sure you guys are doing this today. Okay. Or whenever you have time to do it, because it is something that you are, your soul is calling you to do. All right. But that is all I have for you guys. All right. We will leave this message with what you are grateful for today. So type in the chat the things that you are grateful for at this time. I am grateful for my bravery at this time to get up here and provide divine messages. You know, it's something that I'm stepping outside of my box with also. You know, I don't necessarily like to be seen, but Spirit be like, you need to be seen, you need to be seen, you need to people need to hear your messages, people need to see you. And I'm just like, God dang, like, I don't even wanna, like, it's not my time. But yeah. So what are you guys grateful for today as we leave this message? And then I'll go ahead and give y'all one. Look at this. As I pick this up, I am grateful for the earth. Okay. Gratitude, Mother Nature. All right. Gratitude. All right. To the trees, to the air that we breathe. All right. There is people in Palestine that is literally not having any good air coming in. Okay. That is just full of warfare, you know, full of, you know, them not being able to receive any food at this time. You know, people that are not able to sleep peacefully, people that don't have a bed at this time, you know, people that, you know, are missing their loved ones. You know, there's so much that is, and yeah, peace of mind. Okay. There is so much that you can be grateful for at this time, even if you don't have the things that you already have right now, you know, or that you want in the near future. You know, be grateful for what you have at this time. I'm grateful for my voice, the ability to make music, my ability to make others smile. Ashe. Music is definitely a big connection. All right. You definitely can channel, you know, high level energy. Truth is my teacher. All right. Truth is my teacher. And you are not alone. Okay. Know that you're not alone at this time. Like I said, there's people that there is, you know, a divine guidance that is literally surrounding you at this time. And the more you continue to lean into your truth, the more you continue to lean into what your soul is guiding you to do. All right. All right, y'all. If you missed the live, the replay will be posted on my page either later on today or tomorrow on my YouTube. The link is in the bio. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for those that participated in engaging with me today. I hope you received your message. Peace and love on your journey. If this is the last time that I see you today or speak to you today. But if you haven't followed already, go ahead and give me a follow. I go live often, and I post messages every day. So much love to you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope that the messages hit and the clarity is brought to you at this time. Okay. Don't worry about it if your clarity has not reached you at this moment, but your clarity will soon clear up once you continue to open yourself up to it. Hey, Supernatural. So if you guys missed the live, it will be posted tomorrow or tonight, later on tonight on my YouTube. Link is in bio if you want to book a reading, personal reading 3333 for the rest of July. There's only 10 slots available at this time. Link is in bio to book a personal as well. And that is about it, y'all. I need to get ready for my dental appointment. So peace and love.